So this is just a quick public service announcement to please be careful if you're new. I know a lot of traders are new and they're going on Facebook and they're joining these groups and they're typing in like, hey guys, what looks good today? And then other strangers are just saying this one, that one, this one, that one. And those new traders are just dumping tons of money in. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're buying. I'm not saying you personally, but maybe. They're buying random stocks, companies they've never heard of. And, if they're smart or if they're lucky or maybe a mixture of both, they'll get out in time and take a profit. But I think that is not the case with most people. I've seen a couple of people on these groups saying that they've racked up massive losses overnight, $5,000 or $6,000, and they don't know what to do. So please be careful, especially if you're new. Do your own due diligence. Don't really follow groupthink. It's a great way to get fucked, and you don't want that. There is a reason that I really hate going online and reading what other strangers have to say about stocks. Some people think that Twitter is a great resource, and there are other sites too, like stocktwits.com. But really what they are a bunch of unverified, completely random strangers who are giving their 2 cents on stocks. Maybe some of them are right, maybe some of them are wrong. But you don't know who they are, and you're not really sure why you should be listening to them. It's best to make your own judgments. It's best to make your own estimations on a stock. Here's an example. This morning, one of my stocks tanked pretty hard. I decided around here to buy a little bit more. I bought it strictly because the charts looked promising. But when I went online and I read what other strangers were saying, it made me a little nervous, even though I've been trading for 8 years. They were all saying this stock is going to zero, it's a loser. Well, 2 minutes ago, this news came out, and this is where it is now. When you're new to trading, who is that? When you're new to trading, worry less about the wins and the losses and more about the lessons that you're learning. It's not always about winning or losing, especially when you're new. If you want to be a stock trader who is on the right side of every single trade, stock trading is not for you. That's not how it works. Today, I bought stock in 5 different companies. My intention is to swing trade them. That means buy them today since they were on the way down and then wait for them to swing back up into profit. If I'm lucky, it'll take a day. If I'm a little less lucky, it could take longer, maybe a couple days, maybe even into next week. Problem is, all of the stocks that I bought today either traded flat or just went down a little bit. Only one stock went up, I think 15%. It was the one I didn't buy. That's how it goes, right? The other day I heard someone say, be a little less greedy than the other guy, and I really liked that. I think there's like an inherent greediness when it comes to stock trading. I think we all know that, right? We tend to hold out for bigger and better profits. But what happens when you hold out for bigger and better profits is sometimes you wait too long, the momentum reverses course and heads lower. Being a little less greedy than the other guy prevents that from happening. Here's what it looks like. Yesterday I opened a position here around 1470. This is where it got today. That's 1689. But I sold it around here in the 1630s. Had I held out for bigger and better profits, I might have decided at this point to keep holding, only for it to reverse course, break out to the downside, and head even lower than what I sold it for. Being a little less greedy allowed me to lock in some profits that I might not have otherwise taken.